Hello, YouTube. This is the Galley La Podcast, and today we are going to be reviewing the GOATed episode 1071 of One Piece, Luffy's Peak Attained, Year 5. So please like and subscribe if you have it. And I'm Akainu Fanboy, the other guy's Geboss, and so Geboss, lead us off. What did you think?
Overall, I thought the Luffy parts were really good in this. But just from reading week to week, I kind of blocked out the whole Hiyori and Orochi thing, which took up part of the episode. But the Gear 5 stuff was really well done.
Oh, for sure. No, yeah, and I would say, like, obviously that was really slow, and it kind of took you out of the mood a little bit, you know? So it was kind of distracting at that point. Sometimes the Momo thing was a little bit much, too, with Yamato, you know? I feel like they could have condensed it a lot more, you know? At one point, I'd say one of the highlights of the episode is when they had the Conquerors hockey clash. I'd say it was around 4 minutes, and Sanji wakes up, you know? And I was watching this great episode with Jipper, and the thing with Jipper is very upset that they even showed Sanji in this episode, you know? That he had a moment, and he's like, why are they even showing Sanji? But I think, you know what? This may be indicative of something somewhere down the road. I'm just saying.
I've reread this chapter a lot, and it was in the chapter.
Yeah.
I found it interesting, speaking of the Conquerors thing, that like Luffy did his own kind of hockey burst to disperse the clouds.
Yeah.
And he has like this golden type of hockey. I've just been kind of watching the key episodes of the anime. Have they been doing like gold stuff? I know they've been doing it for sometimes like with the with Conqueror's coding, but this seems different.
Yeah, the gold kind of seems. I may be mistaken here, but I think this was like kind of the first time I've noticed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like it was clashing with itself to create the sky split.
Yeah. Which, yeah, no, I thought that was interesting. But on a serious note, I do think it's interesting because I did forget about that scene why Sanji like did wake up just him and everything. So I did kind of. I'm wondering if we're gonna touch on that later on in the story and everything. But there could be a number of reasons for that. But you know, a discussion for another time perhaps. But I did like the animation though with the Gorosei. And just like their shots with them talking and everything too. I thought it really kind of amped up the hype around this reveal and everything, where you have the 5 top guys saying how important this fruit is and everything. So I found that all to be really well done, especially how this was predicated with the Who's Who fight, even though that was quite a long time ago in comparison to episode release.
There's one shot of Luffy powering up where it's his thing is almost like he almost looks like a demon type of thing with the smiley face, and it's all red in the background. Did you catch that one?
I saw that just like a happy version of Gon in his ultimate form, you know. It's
kind of, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I liked that. It was cool though. It was cool. It just kind of like chaos, devious kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But with the Gorosei, never before have old men been animated that well.
Yeah. Yes. No. No, that was pretty cool and badass and everything. But just kind of skimming through it right now. The Hiyori, Komurasaki, Orochi, it went on way too long, you know, just like,
yeah,
it did kill the mood a bit, you know.
Yeah, but
which is why I'm kind of more with like putting this more in the B category in terms of an episode rather than the A category, just because of that.
Yeah. I feel that the episode really, like when Luffy was kind of discovering his powers for the first time, you really got to see how his powers are affecting all the stuff around him more than I think the manga did. Because you get to see like the ground and everything shake and everything.
Right, and that was really well done, and it's obviously it definitely made me think like with Doflamingo and how his string fruit and his string awakening, you know, and obviously with Katakuri and the Mochi as well. So yeah, those were kind of and so it was nice to have this episode kind of really emphasize more how he was changing the surroundings, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, we did get to see that in the anime and later on in the episode, but we got to see it more clearly with this, and we get the classic Nika shot with him against the clouds. I kind of wish that they kind of showed his face a lot sooner than the manga did. I kind of wish they had saved it for the end of the episode, but I don't know if that's just me.
Right. But yeah, so what you genuinely think about what kind of like the fight with Kaido and the cartoon emphasis there?
So, like right after I watched the episode, I texted you, and I was like, straight up, like his beat down on Kaido really made me laugh. And he lives up to the Joy Boy title.
Yeah.
But I feel a lot of that had to do with like Kaido's voice actor just really selling getting beat up. Like he doesn't know what's going on.
Right. Yeah, just seeing him kind of get ragdolled by Luffy and everything, and his eyes kind of like flying off, and yeah, no, he's getting grabbed like a lizard, basically, you know, just kind of getting thrown around and everything. Which is, you know, I mean, granted, to be fair, like we have seen Kaido get messed around. Saw someone make this point on Twitter. We did see Kid kind of throw Kaido around like this too. To be fair, but I think when it kind of gets to like the punches and everything, you know, this is something that's kind of more like Luffy unique and everything.
Yeah, I feel that like in the manga when because I also thought like with Kid throwing him around, I feel that in the manga those types of like throwing someone down doesn't have a big of an impact as like a punch or a slash from the sword or whatever. So in the anime you really get to see like how hard he gets thrown to the ground with the craters and everything. So I've been enjoying the fights in the anime a lot more than the manga.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's making their powers look a lot more powerful. And I think the same way Luffy too. And it is cool, just a great image to see Luffy having the time of his life too, just laughing, you know.
Like a maniac.
Yeah. And Kaido not super happy with it. So the animation was like a lot better on the Dragonford too compared to the last episode with the CGI.
Yeah, so I heard rumors a while ago that they got like some Warner Brothers animators from like their American cartoon division to animate parts of Gear 5. So I wonder if it's this for this episode or if it's going to be continuing through Gear 5. But yeah, I definitely think that this lived up to what I was expecting. I'm not sure about everyone else for Gear 5.
I think it was more than I was expecting to be. I thought it was going to be good, but he looked a lot more badass and celestial in this, you know? And I was just kind of thinking, like, kind of comparing this, like, let's say with, like, Naruto's, like, final form and all this stuff, you know? And it's like... Sorry, don't mean the shit on Naruto, but I'll do it. But like, I kind of just feel like Year 5 is like a logical progression from his character that works really well with who he is, you know? Naruto, it just kind of felt like weird and different to me with that whole thing, you know, with when he started getting to his final form. And maybe you could say I don't know or care about the story, which is part of that's true. I don't care, but I think like here, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it looks really cool. It looks really badass, but it's also like he's badass in the Luffy way. He's not badass in like kind of a stereotypical shonen way, you know?
Yeah. The way that I see it, it's like with all the power-ups, they have to be like super cool, super edgy. Like I'm thinking like it all started basically with like Dragon Ball, with Super Saiyan and everything, and then I'm thinking like with the big three, like Naruto had. I can see where they got to with Naruto, but how they got to the final point. But he went through so many transformations, like even within the final war arc. And then the other one of the big three is Bleach, and like Ichigo's like final form was like his ultimate attack was he was like all in black and had long hair and everything. It was like super edgy but cool. But I think all of them fit the characters, especially this one for Luffy.
Right. Yeah, I'd say it's like the most. Like, I'm not saying there's no connection between Naruto's power-ups and his character, but I feel like with Luffy, it's just like such a perfect outflow with it, you know? Well, I mean, like, the merch is gonna be hot, and I think it makes it look cool, you know? I'm really excited for, like, the rest of the fight and how they're gonna be doing this and everything. I would say, like, yeah, this is my favorite gear with Luffy, you know? So, like, because Gear Second was my favorite gear for a while.
Yeah, I'm still partial to that one, just because it was the first one, and it kind of amped up the whole series. I still think that the Jet Gatling is, like, it's in my top 5 moments for the whole series.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Right. No, totally. So do you think it's too silly, too comical, or do you think it's hitting it just right? At least where we're at so far.
I mean, I reread all the Gear 5 chapters after this, and let's just say it gets sillier from here with some of his stuff. But I'm just wondering in the future, because Gear 5 does show up in the later arcs after Wano. If they're gonna just kind of standardize the animation or keep it like this.
Yeah, this budget is gonna be an issue, and they definitely need to take a break too, because they are catching up to the next arc rather quickly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot's happened in that arc though. It's been like 30. I think it's been like 30 chapters already. Which is like the length of Marineford.
Right. Yeah. Still doesn't feel super far off though, but
yeah.
One last thing I did kind of want to talk about was I absolutely love the ending that they did for this.
Oh, the credits song?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Yamato.
And the animation too was like really well done and all that. So yeah, I don't know, it was just really cool, and just see Law, Beppo, Kid Killer argue Luffy, and just the shots. I don't know, just like a lot of beautiful shots in nature too.
I think they showed like Adult Momonosuke too for a little bit of it.
This might be a spoiler, just letting you know for any anime people.
No, they know that he's an adult.
Yeah, I know, but they don't know exactly what he looks like. But I guess they know now. But it's all good.
I don't think they show his face, but he's gonna look exactly like his father, Whitebeard.
Yes. Yeah, true. And he's gonna look like Weevil. Exactly.
Yeah.
But any closing thoughts? I'd rate it a B for the reasons I've laid out, but I'm honestly just super hyped for the series, and I just love where One Piece is at right now.
I mean, overall, I would give it I would give this an A tier. I don't think it's the best episode in the series, but it's definitely one of my favorites.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Cool. Well, please like and subscribe if you have not. And yeah, we will probably drop another video later on this week, guys. So have a good one.
See ya.